Adam, it is great speaking to you, and I'm saying this right now. How does it feel knowing that you, Color Me Bad, helped create so many babies? That's what your music was all about. Good times and romance, my friend.
So these guys found me, Color Me Bad, Mark Calderon and Brian Abrams, found me on YouTube in 2014, bro. And so I toured with them as a result of all of the success that you're describing, man. And it was crazy, bro, because I was able to go all over the world, man, based off of their success in 1991 and 90s. But I will also be honest with you, man. They told me that while I was riding and rolling with them on the tour, we did more shows than they did back then. So it's really amazing to see a 20-year success still hit a new surge that outperforms, the current platinum status that they had.
So here's the thing. So when you told your family and friends you were going to be part of all this, what were their thoughts?
Man, I think they were silent. I don't know if they knew exactly. I'll be honest with you, man. It took my buddy, one of my friends, because this may not sound good, but, some current pictures that I saw of Color Me Bad didn't really remind me of who they were at the time. So I didn't know if it was a cover band or somebody trying to, get me off my square. So it took my buddy and me to do a lot more research to find out, wait, this is the group, So it was all she wrote after that, man. I had wrote my ticket and was like, whatever we got to do, man, let's make it happen. I'm down. So it was off to the races after that.
So let's go to the beginning for yourself.
Okay.
The love of music, the love of R&B, the love of pop, the love of soul, where did that all come in? And when did you even know that you had the talent for this?
Yeah, I mean, great question, bro. Even way back to when I was young, man, 7 years old, my father played tons of records, Temptations, Bobby Brown, all kind of stuff, old school music, man. And it's just hard to resist that soul. So that's when I knew that music was deeply rooted in my spirit. And then, I played piano when I was young and took voice lessons. It wasn't until I got to college, man, that I really knew that I wanted to try to turn the page with this and make it a career for me.
But were you always a solo artist? Were you with other groups? Like, how did all that start to develop?
Yeah, time was really the best friend, in terms of, developing, because I did four years at a university. Actually, I did more, but, I sang in Spanish, Italian, French, German, classically studied, vocal declared major or whatever. And then, I never was in a group, but, I just networked a ton and, worked with different producers and met every promoter I could. And, time, was really, the best thing that I can answer that with. It took a lot of time, bro. So, I didn't have anybody, I wasn't birthed into, a major A&R guy in the family, or, you know what I mean? I didn't have like those certain perks and handouts that some people have. So, man, I had to hustle and bustle the real way, bro. And still to this day, man, I'm just a master networker, and, that's really what helps me keep it moving.
So, but you were, as you said earlier, you were putting your music up on YouTube. Did you think that doing that was going to make a difference, or was it just something where you were just thinking to yourself, you know what, it's another stage, it's a stage that a lot of people are using, let me use that stage?
Dude, Rudy, amazing question, bro, because let me be honest with you. I think probably a week or two before that, I was like, I got to get my YouTube presence better. I need better content. I need, you know what I mean? And then 2 weeks later, it was like, yeah, we saw you on YouTube. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, there you go. So, as an artist, we're always, I'm not going to use the word doubt, but, critiquing ourselves, and it's never enough, in this field. I just wrote a platinum album. Okay, you need another one. It's never enough. So just to get that confirmation, from God or whoever you believe in, that phone call, man, was really encouraging for me, man.
I want you to go back to that story again. Where are you? Where exactly were you? And then you get the call. And how much of the music did you know of Color Me Bad?
Well, you, look, funny enough, I was honestly about to, clean myself up, hop in the shower when I got the phone call, bro. So I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like the most non-romantic moment that I could have had at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just literally like, okay, let me take this phone call, and it changed my life, bro. To be honest, just a random Tuesday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. Oh, did I know all the music? I knew a lot. I knew a lot about the group. I didn't know. I knew most of the songs that I performed with them throughout, our touring and stuff like that. I knew most of those, but they had a lot of material. Learned a ton about those guys, man, being on the road. So.
And that was that. And thank you. You just mentioned something else too that I was going to ask you too, because you got veterans here who have gone through everything from back in the day, the music changing, to finding their place. What did you learn from them with the business, and also finding now your place?
Man, that's good questions, man. I learned a ton, Rudy. I guess just to sum it up as best as I can is I've been saying love. Love is the number one thing. It's a lot of up and downs in life, and there's also a lot of bumpy roads in the music business. So you have to be very grounded. You have to have a strong mental capacity. You have to understand that, today we could be in the bright lights in front of 10,000, and tomorrow I can be at a cafe in front of, 12. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to balance that spirit. I learned that a lot from the NBA guys. They never get up or down. Like if you watch them in the interview, if they won a big game, they're very even keel and balanced. So, that's my analogy for how you should be in a music game. And then you have to continue to just work hard, have a plan. If you can have good management, you know what I mean? That's a big key, because, some people claim to be a manager and they don't have the strategies or the contacts. And you also have to be able to close deals. You can be sitting at all of these round tables, but if you can't close the deal, you know what I mean? It's just another, write-off, So much more that I learned, man. But really, to sum it up, it's the off-stage lifestyle that you have to master in order to really be successful. People think it's all about getting on the stage. That's everybody's focus. I want to be on tour. I want to do this. I want to do that. But it's the stuff that the fans don't see. You're on stage 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So the rest of the day is filled up with something. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And people don't understand the travel, being in different hotel rooms, day by day. And when I say travel, it could be bus, it could be plane, it could be car, it could be whatever, and not being with family, not being with friends, and always having to be on. And because people know the music so well, you have to be on point. If you're not,
that's it.
It can come back on you.
That's it, brother. It's professionalism, man, at its best.
Wow. But you did it, though. But during your time doing this, did you always know in the back of your head, at some point in time, I need to do something for me, I need to do something as a solo project, so my voice and my name is up in front of that mic in the billboard?
Absolutely. And then keep in mind, that I was booking myself for 10 years in Chicago, man, as a youngster, because nobody was, you know what I mean? I'm not going to wait for permission, for the green light to be a musician. I'm in college for music. So, I worked on my own album, and I think that had something to do with, my Color Me Bad's attraction to what I could bring to the table. So that was always in the back of my mind when I was working. But I had one wise guy tell me, as you help others get to where they need to be, you too will, get to where you needed to be. So I never felt this urgency of let me rid myself of these guys. I felt like that was God giving me an opportunity to learn, how to survive in this game. And so I was very happy being in that situation. But,
and I'm going to jump in. How long were you with them, and are you still with them?
Well, listen, I can call Mark up right now. I can call Brian up right now. So, you know, I always extend my hand if they ever need me. I did a couple shows last year with Brian Abrams, with Snoop Dogg, and Slick Rick. We've done so many shows, bro.
Wait a second. Wait. You realize you're throwing out names of legends here. What is it like for you to like turn around and realize, you know, you're sitting next to Snoop, or, you know, Dougie Fresh is over there going, hey, man, you want a beer over here? Or, like, what is that like, knowing that you are speaking to them not just as a fan, but as a colleague and somebody who is equally respected in that group?
It's nothing short of amazing to just be honest. But the experience that I had, you know, the first and second and third, you know, my first year I was just jaded, you know what I mean? Just a young boy, just fresh, you know. But then after that, you know, I think Coolio really changed my life. You know, when I met him, things kind of went from driving, you know, 45, you know, to driving 65, you know what I'm saying, miles per hour. Mm-hmm. It was like he just kind of like showed me how to like make the most out of situations. But everybody I was with, when I was rolling with Color Me Bad, bro, everybody was a legend. I mean, let's just be honest. It was nobody that was not a legend that was doing shows with us. So, you know, Salt and Pep was like, you know, I was even helping book after parties for Salt and Pep and Coolio and Young MC and Tone Loc and Rob Bass, Vanilla Ice, and the list goes on. Montel Jordan, you know, Drew Hill. I mean, dude, we did so many shows. They were all legends. So by the time I met Snoop, you know, I had my act together. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, you realize that what you're saying is it really is a dream come true. It's a dream for a lot of people, but you made it happen. If there is an element in your life that helped make this dream come true, because as you know, so many people are out there trying to follow their dreams, what would you say it would have been?
Well, being a good listener for one, I think, bro. Here I go with my, you know, educational scholar. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if the kids want me to say Booty Loops or Logic, you know what I'm saying? No. It's like being a good listener for one. You got to be able to listen to those that may have been ordained to be in front of you. You know, and if you just shun that advice, then you may have written yourself off from something, you know. So that was a big thing for me. And then persistence, of course. You know, sticking with it, because if I would have quit, you know, a month before, you know, I wouldn't have been as prepared. So, and then being a good person too would actually help me, because I was able to become friends with all of these people. You know, there weren't people, I don't think, you know, that was behind my back saying we don't like him, I was cool with mostly everybody. I'd say 90% of the people, you know, rock with me as a new breed into Color Me Bad. And I think you just got to be a good person, man, and you got to have some grit and keep rolling, keep going.
You said something else, too, that I think is really important for people who want to go out there and follow along. You said being prepared. You were actually preparing, and you were prepared when the opportunity came up. You weren't just sitting there. The opportunity came around, and you're just like, okay, let me just try it. You were ready for the opportunity, and it took years to be prepared.
It did, bro. It did. What they say, overnight sensation, man. And, you know, I'm thankful for it. And it just ironically, you know, that this quarantine would happen after me doing 5 years of touring. You know, it's just, you know, I'm sorry, I got to use the word like divine, you know, or serendipity, because I know my spirit. I know how I am, my character. If I wasn't able to go on tour, this quarantine would be a different story for me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be uneasy. I'd be anxious, you know, and I'd be, you know, the voices in my head would be probably doubtful, but just the fact that I grinded and I was able to go on tour for 5 years, I could sit at home and work and fine-tune, you know, my craft even more and be patient and know that great things do happen to good people, you know?
It definitely does, which is why you have a new single. What's the new single called, and what's it about there?
Man, it's called Prolly. Why, Rudy? I appreciate that, man. It's really a fun, unapologetic song. It's a dance record, man. It's just about being young, fresh, handsome, and rich. And I just wanted people to feel just the spirit of not caring what people think of them, and with a nice dance rhythm, man. It's about 98 BPM, so if you can't dance to this record, I don't think you can dance.
Probably 'cause I'm young, black, handsome, and rich. Probably 'cause you see a young nigga on this shit. Probably ain't too many like me that exist. And it's probably the reason why these haters looking pissed. They be mad at me.
I think we need to dance right now with everything going on.
Man,
when did you
tell me about it.
When did you record this song? Was it during the pandemic? Was it before? And how did the pandemic affect either, like I said, either the recording of it or the release of the single?
Now, actually, I completed this song mid last year, but you know, I'm one of those fine-tuned guys and stuff. And actually, we were touring and stuff, so it was just a lot going on. And it's funny because it does fit for me with the pandemic. And I have a couple, like 3 other songs that, to me, just really fit the pandemic. So it's kind of weird to me. It's like, what state of mind was I in? But, you know, I'm in like this warrior state of mind at times. And some of my songs just kind of represent that. And it just fits the pandemic, man. Just continuing forward, you know, not letting up. Don't let the struggles keep you down. You know what I mean? And I wrote a lot of premises that way, and it matches.
Is there going to be an EP or an album following all of this?
Yeah, but I'm not pushing the issue on the EP. I'm formulating. It's coming together. But right now, I just want to hit my fans and the world with the best music that I can present to them at this time, and then eventually we will package it all together for release. Okay, and what about any virtual performances? Any of that happening for you? Yeah, man, I actually just did a virtual performance for Southern New Hampshire University for the honors program. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm actually maybe 2 weeks ago, dropped my YouTube lounge, so you can check that out at Mr. Adam Emil on YouTube. I'll be doing cover songs and writing to some tracks and just giving people behind the scenes on what it looks like. I'll also be interviewing some celebrities and stuff on my lounge, and we're really going to try to open up the format and just keep the content coming. And plus, people should know you got some great merch out there. I love the colors on the shirts and stuff. Man, appreciate that. Yes, sir, Rudy, man, it's definitely an honor to be online with you, all the great people that you have interviewed and forged so many careers, my brother. It's definitely a pleasure. No, you know what? It's my honor. Look, as we wrap this interview up, as you know, as we speak, COVID-19 affected everybody around the world. You guys down in the States have one of the craziest election run-ups anybody has ever seen. Plus the fact, as you know, racism has been spoken in such a different manner. What can you say to people out there who literally are at a point that they're afraid to even turn the TV on or the radio because people are fighting about not wearing masks, wearing masks? People are arguing about who to vote for, and like I said, the racism thing, the Kevins and Karen videos, and I can keep going on and on. Wow. What can you say to people to hopefully they can keep that positive spirit going and get through 2020 and probably 2021 in the future? Man, seriously, you know that's a tough one. But what I can say is, you know, change ourselves. You know, if we focus on ourselves, you know, and spread love to our brothers, our brethren, our sisters, then we'll change one person at a time. You know, I think some people are expecting the world just to change, you know, in 1 second, at a minute's time. No, you know, spread, you know, shake, you know, give some dap to your neighbor. If you've never spoken to your neighbor, speak to your neighbor. You know, be kind to people outside when you see them. Like, it takes an effort, one person at a time. It's not going to be, you know, Snoop Dogg's not going to come on TV and tell everybody to change, and then all of a sudden we change. It's not going to happen. So, you know, if you were a Karen, you don't have to be a Karen today. If you were Kevin yesterday, you don't have to be a Kevin today. You know, so, you know, and, you know, us as black people, we have, you know, stigmas, and we battle within our culture and our race. We have to change that, and we can't change the entire culture. The world is made up of craziness, but we can change ourselves. You know what I mean? So Michael Jackson said it best. Look at the man in the mirror. And instead of always pointing fingers, that's all we're doing right now, pointing fingers. Oh, what they're doing. If I got a circle of 100 people that are positive, I'm staying with my circle, man. So, you know, let's just focus on ourselves and keep praying and keep wearing your mask. You know, and quarantine and keep building ourselves, man, because, this world's a crazy place, and we don't know what's coming next, but we got to be prepared, and God will take care of us.
That is true. One thing I've learned from a good friend of mine, he said to me once, when you point a finger at somebody, check out where the other fingers are pointing back at.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's true. Social media is the place to go to follow you. Where do we go to follow?
Yes, sir. Instagram is one of my favorites. You can go to Adam.Emil. That's ADAM.EMIL. TikTok is the same. Make sure you follow me on both of those, please. And then everything else is under Adam Emil, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube is Mr. Adam Emil. Before, I don't know if you're going to cut me off, so I want to make sure I thank Rachel and Katrina with Kick Up Your Heels Entertainment for getting me this interview with the legendary Rudy Blair. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir. Yeah. So, and also check out my website at adamemil.com.
And the merch. Like I said, check the merch. Amazing stuff.
Yes, on the website.
My brother, thank you so much for this interview. It is an honor to have a chance to speak with you. And you are the best example about somebody who has followed his dreams, and the dreams have been spectacular. Thank you again. And hopefully we'll get a chance to talk in 2021 on new music.
Hey, let's make it happen, bro. I'm going to keep it coming.
Looking forward to it. Take care. Be safe.
All right, thanks, Rudy. You too, bro.
Bye-bye.
Probably why.